I lied. This is my last video. I try not to overgo 10 minutes, but I'm stressed and irritated, fed up, pissed, and angry like I usually am. And the moral of the story is the fact that I never had oral, and most guys have in college and their 20s and 30s and experienced it, and I never experienced it. And I'm not the most handsome person in the world, but I ain't terrible looking either. And I should have, you know, I'm not going to get a prostitute. People say I'll get a hooker. Fuck that. That's number one, it's illegal. Number two, you could get STD. Whereas if you go to Las Vegas, it's legal, but I don't have the money to go to Las Vegas. And honestly, my libido and my fucking testosterone is getting worse because my liver is getting worse. My health is getting worse. And I take diabetes pills. I take 7 pills a day. My stress and anxiety is getting worse. My being fed up is getting worse. Speaking of worse, one mess to the next. It's like keeping on, one foot in front of the other. I'm vertical and breathing is the main thing, but I got my BB guns. I'm gonna show you my BB gun tour soon because I like BB guns. I like air guns. People think I'm all about excuses. That ain't true. I don't excuse. I'm facts. I'm full of facts, and I'm not in the excuses. Fuck that shit. That's for weaklings. I ain't no weakling. I ain't no pushover. I ain't no punk. I ain't no wussy. And fuck that. I ain't that type of person to bullshit and pretend and make excuses up and be lazy. And I'm far from lazy. I've had a ton of jobs. Cheers to Tony Tony, for my fucking haters. I can't blame him for hating me. Because I've been wishy-washy, and I have said some controversial and somewhat things to make people think twice about me. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I've said some, you know, things that are wild, out there, and people to question me, makes sense, and they'll judge me, but makes sense. But I have somehow. We all have I'm not a prophet. I ain't no priest. I don't even go stand in no church. I ain't preaching the gospel or the Bible, but I believe in angels, and I believe, man, the only buddy for real is Brett. I used to have a guy. We drink together, kick it, but I feel like he's with me. Like, he died in 2008. For whatever goofy, stupid reason, I feel like he's got my back. And he was bigger, tougher than me, and man. Pretty cool pen here. Remember these? Man, I breathe hard, man. Oh, what the fuck is going on here? I have my mom coming up. I try not to talk too loud because I don't want her to pry and knock on the door and eavesdrop and try to get in my business. I don't want my mom figuring out. I try to keep my stuff secretive and try to stay secluded. I shut my door. I try to keep my own business between you and me, my audience. And I try not to let my mom know about my shit that I do because this is my man cave. This is my bedroom. This is what I live out of. And I try not to let my mom listen to me. I try not to talk too loud. because I don't want, she lives with me and she supports me and I live under her roof and I try to respect her because she's going to be 77 and I don't want to, upset or stress her out. That's the last thing I want to do. But, after all, it's my mom and she, most mothers, are caregivers and the kids are all that, kids is all that matters to them, They love their children. Most mothers are at least a mom's supposed to love her kid. And I know my mom, my mom loves me. She says I have an old soul. I'm a mama's boy. But at the same time, I don't want to. I know she hates when I drink. I know she hates me with alcohol. Everybody says alcohol don't agree with me, which I kind of can understand, but life fucking stresses the fuck out of it. I never thought I'd be at the boat I'm in. Man, I thought, keep it real. For real, I thought, real talk, like, man, the ghetto talk that I do is just because of all the jobs I've had. I worked with people, gangbanger people. I've worked with people in prison, jail, and everything you can ever imagine. I've worked with wacko, derelicts, everybody, anything, and you know, the worst of the savage, most savage of the savage, the worst of the worst. I've worked and hung out and been around and worked with and everything else. And it's not my damn jobs I've had, but I for real really thought at least by when I was like I'll be 48, but when I was like 30 or 20, I thought I was gonna have a steady relationship and have a family, like have a house and have a live the American life, have the American fulfillment, like have a family and have a wife. It fucking makes me upset because I don't have no children, no wife, and you know what? I'll never be a dad or a grandpa or a papa. And then people wonder why I drink and do what I do. It shouldn't come to no surprise and shock. I fucking feel like I'm a virgin and I'm gonna be 48. All I'm done is all I ever do is work and then eat and then drink at night. I don't know how much my days is numbered. I don't know. I take medicine. I don't know how long I'm gonna be around, but I'm not. Seeing a pity party here and not no. I just want people just to figure out, like, say everybody's different. Don't judge a book by its cover just because I might come across as a certain way. Don't, be too sure of yourself. Don't overjudge me or don't get it twisted or makes about me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying is don't get it twisted. I ain't pointing fingers and I ain't saying shit about nobody. Like, I just know what I know. I do what I do, and it's about, the extent of it. I don't appreciate certain shit. I don't tolerate. And if I don't tolerate it, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. My highway or my way or the highway. Cheers. Salute.